The last possible words you want to hear somebody use to describe concerns about the Nevada caucus is dumpster fire. But that's what Hill reporter Olivia Beavers was told by a Democratic Nevada volunteer. The individual also said there's no training for volunteers. They're already experiencing technical issues.
That sounds awesome. Bringing back, of course, flashbacks of the Hawkeye State's absolute disaster. Olivia joins us now to expand now on what she is hearing about the caucus. Great to have you, Olivia.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
All right, who is this person? What's their role, and what are they telling you?
So they're currently one of these volunteer trainers. They're a Democrat, and I talked to them on the phone. I've known them for a while. And I said, what's going on? And they had actually first reached out to me saying, this is going to be a complete, total dumpster fire, or at least it has the potential to in their mind. So they're going through the training. First, they're doing a video conference. If you're remote, and they're saying you can't really hear things. So you're seeing the room kind of looking around confused. But in addition to that, they're not receiving a lot of communication, which also, as you said, has echoes of Iowa. They're saying they're not being told how they're going to count votes until the day of when they receive that training. And they don't even know. They've heard rumors about what kind of process that might be. Some are saying Google Docs and then calling, but they don't know. And they also have noted that they believe themselves to be kind of good with technology. But a lot of the volunteers are older.
Yeah.
And some of them might not be as equipped to handle technological issues. So they're saying if there's not a plan A that we don't know about, we're not going to have a plan B.
Yeah,
it's going to be another huge whew.
That's the really the game is that, it could work. So I've seen Megan Messerly, she's a Nevada independent reporter. She looked a little bit about some of the Google forms and these other things. They seem to be okay, but it's like you're saying, it only works if the people know how to use it.
Certainly.
And it sounds like the communication is pretty subpar going into this thing. Huh?
Yes, and I was sent a screenshot of them talking about tech issues, a bunch of different volunteers saying, I don't have audio, or this isn't working. I was supposed to receive this prompt and I never received it. So they're already facing these technical issues. So what happens when you get to game day, you don't have a plan B, and then everything just goes haywire.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't done at this point a massive test of how this is all, I just can't even wrap my head around that. Exactly. That's malpractice. It's insane, and especially after what already unfolded. And my understanding is the early vote is a new addition to make things more democratic, so people can vote even if they can't be present at the caucus site
on
that day. But it's it's something new that they have to deal with, and it seems like they should have had this figured out before now.
Absolutely. And, I was reading a statement by one of the state chairs, the Democratic state chairs, and they were saying, we're not using the same apps, we're not using the same vendors as Iowa, and they were projecting confidence. And I was sitting there reading that while also hearing this from my source and thinking, I sure hope you're right, because right now, from the sound of it, some of your volunteers are starting to panic.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I think they originally were slated to use the same app, and then they didn't. So a lot of this has actually been shoddily thrown together. I guess, when are we going to know if this is all working or not? Is it going to, have they given any indications as to when reporting is indicated? One of the things I liked about New Hampshire is the Democratic primary chair came out. He was like, you're going to know who won by 9:30. And they were, generally right.
Yeah.
Are we going to know anything similar?
I think you're going to have to wait and see, because as we saw sometimes with Iowa, there was a state of panic, and then you received a time.
Yes, right.
If things are going wrong, that might push things back.
Right.
So that's a little bit to be determined. And there's a chance that things could go well, but and then maybe the times will be a little bit different.
Yeah, well, I saw they're already saying they will not commit to saying that they have the results on the day of. So great sign of confidence there. Olivia, thank you so much.
Thanks, Olivia.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We're going to have more for you after this.